All right, welcome back, future millionaires and hopefully billionaires someday. Yeah. So I wanted to talk in this video about alarming retirement stats that I've seen. You guys are probably aware of a lot of this stuff. But I just want to talk about the retirement crisis and kind of the numbers that are out there, and how a lot of people are in big trouble, and how we as grayscale investors, crypto investors, wise investors, and other assets are going to be way ahead of the crowd. So I was reading today, it's alarming. Like almost half of people between the ages of 55 and 65 in the US have basically no retirement savings. I mean, they're basically right against retirement, heading towards it, and they basically have nothing. And also about a third of Canadians are in the same spot. So not good, right? Not good. Most people, if they are good savers and investors, can manage to get to a point where they have $1 million or $2 million or thereabouts by the time they get to retirement, and that's usually through investing in things like index funds, right, and some growth stocks too. But a lot of times it's just index funds that professional investment advisors advise them to get into, and they do well, but not nearly as well as grayscale and crypto. And so it's kind of crazy. Like we can get way ahead of the crowd by investing, especially through multiple cycles, in grayscale, in crypto ETFs, crypto stocks like MicroStrategy, Coinbase, etc., all that kind of stuff. We can get way ahead of them and be in a much better position than most people. It's crazy to me to think that my son, who will be 7 years old by the time this grayscale run is over, will have more money than most people have going into retirement. Like at the age of 7, he'll have multiple millions of dollars probably sitting in his brokerage account, compared to like just hardly anything that a lot of people have when they get in their 50s and 60s in this country. So it's absolutely crazy. So you can set yourself up to be way ahead of other people, and you can set your kids up to be way ahead, either through the use of Roth IRAs or UTMA accounts. I've talked about these in the past on my channel. You can get way ahead, right? You can get way ahead. And that's why it's like, it's wise to be a smart investor and, look for assets that grow your money and that are reasonably safe to get into, and to take a risk and do things. A lot of people aren't even aware of investing. They don't know much about it because they haven't done the research. They haven't taken the time. And also, even if they're aware of it, they don't want to get into things that are risky like crypto or grayscale. They would never touch that. It's okay, that's fine for them, but that you get what you pay for. You get the results of what the effort you put into things. But a lot of people too, they waste their money on stupid shit. Like they'll buy like an expensive vehicle or two, expensive house, go on vacation, all this stuff. They live the YOLO lifestyle. You only live once, and they'll spend money like it's going out of style. Basically, be one paycheck away from a disaster in terms of their finances. And they'll never put anything away to grow. They won't have a savings fund. They won't have an emergency fund. They won't have investments that actually can take care of them in the future. And it's not good. It's not good that this crisis is actually getting bigger, and it's going to hit all of us, and I mean all of us, because what's going to happen is these people, when we get enough of these people in retirement and they don't have enough money coming in through Social Security, because they're going to look to Big Daddy government to fix the problem. And Social Security, for all places, is not enough to live off of. I mean, it's just not. For a lot of people, it's not. So they're going to look to Big Daddy government to fix the problem, and they're going to call for higher taxes on everybody who's made wise decisions, invested, and become wealthy. So taxes are going to go up on all of us. That's what I see, because we have this massive retirement crisis that is just, it's a tsunami. Right, and it's not going away. It's coming our way, and there are going to be a lot of implications for the economy, I think, as this unfolds. Like as the boomers finish retiring, as Gen X starts to retire. I mean, it's going to be an absolute disaster. And for the younger generations, like the millennials and Gen Z, I hope they learn the lesson. Like, unfortunately, I think a lot of millennials kind of have a YOLO lifestyle. I don't want to classify everybody that way, but a lot of them do, and it's like they're just not thinking about tomorrow. They're thinking about today, and not next year, not 10 years, 20 years, 40 years down the line. They're not thinking about that. But hopefully all of you guys are. It's like I've said in the past, like don't blow all your grayscale profits on stupid ass shit that's short term, right? You gotta leave enough on the line, leave enough invested to keep it growing. into future years through crypto cycles, whether you get involved with Grayscale or crypto ETFs or not. You want enough on the line so that it grows over time, and then you'll be good. You'll be way ahead. You just want to be way ahead of the masses in terms of your wealth. It's so important. Way ahead. Be in the top 1%. You guys can get there. All of you can get there. If you can't make it there this cycle, you can next cycle if you just invest wisely. So you want to be there. You want to set yourself and your family and your kids up with the best possible future. And it's crazy what a little bit of forethought and a little bit of action and a little bit of measured risk taking can make in your life. And most people don't do the research. They aren't willing to take risks. They don't want to lose money, therefore they don't invest in anything. And it's like, yeah, all investors lose money, but if you're smart, if you're a wise investor, like over the long term, you're going to make money, and you're going to make way more money than people who are not doing anything. A lot of people, they have this YOLO lifestyle where they live paycheck to paycheck, basically by their choosing. They might tell you it's not, but it's by their choosing. Right? It's the decisions they're making because nobody wants to fucking take accountability in this world anymore. And it's like, it's not the government's responsibility to take care of everyone. It's like everybody needs to take care of themselves and their family. All right. So it's like, and that I feel like has been lost, for whatever reason, that's been lost. It's like accountability. You got to do it. And so like, just be a person that takes accountability, do the research, put your money into assets that you think are going to help it grow. And you'll be way ahead of the crowd. I shared on the Clown World channel on Discord earlier today. I got this from another Discord. Somebody on Twitter had posted, this woman, she's like 49. She's like, I basically have no retirement savings, only have about $900 in the bank. I'm screwed. It's like, well, you're not screwed. Like if you took that $900 and put it into Grayscale, you could probably turn that $900 into at least do a 10x on it, maybe a 20x, maybe even better on it, and then you'd be much better off. But it's like they won't learn about it. They'll blame government, they'll blame capitalism. The woman who posted this on Twitter, it's like somebody posted a profile, her profile, and she was like anti-capitalist, And it's like, well, geez, I wonder why you have problems. Like you're anti-capitalist. Well, capitalism involves investing. Capitalism involves making money. If you complain about not having money, why the hell were you anti-capitalism? Like this, it makes no sense. It's like this world, like it or not, runs on money. You may not think it's right, but it runs on money. So you better do your research, sister. It's like you better do your research. So you've got more than $900 to your name at the age of 49. Because she's going to be screwed. I can tell she's going to be screwed. I can just tell. Like, because of her mentality, she's going to be screwed. She's not going to want to go into investing. She's not going to want to become rich because she hates the rich, probably. Right? So it's like the people that hate the rich, guess what? They're going to be poor because that's their mentality. It's like if you know, it's what a shitty mentality. I don't understand why people can't connect the dots. So many people are like anti-wealth and anti-ultra wealthy. It's like, don't you want money? Don't you want more than $500 or $900 in your bank account? Don't you want to be able to have a buffer in your life? Don't you want to have a retirement? What are you going to do when you're 65? You think you're still going to be able to get a job as a barista at 65 or 70? You think your body's going to be able to do that when you're 75? You think anybody's going to want to hire you when you're 80? No, that's not the way it's going to work. But they're going to look to Big Daddy government, again, as they always do, for a solution. And Social Security isn't going to be enough. And so they're going to think that if they pressure the government to increase taxes on everybody, that Social Security checks will improve. And they're not going to. The government just steals Social Security money. Like if you haven't seen what they've done, they basically steal it. They use it for other stuff. Social Security is underfunded, but that's what they'll look for. They'll look for a solution from Big Daddy government and not take personal responsibility. I give major kudos to all of you because you were not only investors to start with before you found my channel or somebody else's channel talking about Grayscale, but you looked at the Grayscale Trust and you did the analysis and you made the decision that these things were good investments to park your cash in. None of us wants to lose money. And it's like, as long as you cash out before the bull run is over, I don't think you're going to lose money. I hope nobody does. It's like, just be smart about the way you cash out. Like, don't have diamond hands, as I've said, throughout all the bull run. Don't wait for a mythical high price point that we might not get to You got to be able to cash out, take profit along the way. You'll be fine. You're gonna be way ahead of most people, way ahead. Especially like, take these profits, a good chunk of them, and you put them into Grayscale and crypto stuff. Next cycle, man, you guys are golden. You guys are golden. You're good. You're good. And depending how old you are or how young you are, you can make mega bucks. You know, I did a video the other day about how to become a billionaire. And it doesn't take that many cycles. It doesn't take a whole lot of money. It just takes time. It takes action. It takes some money to put in there, and a lot, you know, you got to carry a good portion of your profits across crypto cycles to get there. You don't need to become a billionaire. You could become somebody who has 100 million or 50 million or 10 million, whatever you want. You guys can do it. But anyway, we're just want to let you know, it's like, you probably have heard about some of these retirement stats. They're alarming. They're disappointing. They're depressing, actually, when I read about this stuff, because a lot of people are going to be suffering. I don't like to see that, but it's also, I know that for a lot of them, it's like, this is a result of their choices in life. And everybody makes choices. Make wise choices, and you guys will be in a really good spot. All right, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys soon in the next one. You guys take care.